So good morning everybody, this is Carlos running in the rain. I'll be recording today mostly when I'm under the canopy of the trees. So you're going to hear me running and hiking through the Forest of Fun, and then when I get to the Lockside Trail I'll probably pause it until I get under the canopy again. The other thing I'm going to do is probably going to hold the recorder backwards in my hand later on when I'm running again to try and eliminate some of that arm swing that happens as I swing forward through the wind.
Time 12 minutes. Distance 1.63 kilometers. Average heart rate 131. Workout average pace 7 minutes 19 seconds per kilometer.
This is where I hang a right and head towards the meadows. What a difference a day makes. Yesterday was one of those glorious fall days when there's still warmth in the sun, and there was a azure, clear, crystalline blue sky. Up I go. So you probably heard that. That was a drop of rain hitting the recorder.
Faster.
As I switch it around, facing backwards now, it might get some protection from my forearm. Hello, dog. Hi, doggy.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know why people complain when the dog comes over to sniff me. It's when they put their paws up on my chest that I kind of freak out. So I'm sure you can hear the rain hitting the remainder of the maple leaves. It's supposed to be raining like this for the next 3 or 4 days. So the Douglas Creek will be entering its storm surge phase. As I start running again. My voice might be a little quieter with the recorder pointing behind me, but I think it will still be okay. This is a glorious downhill section that I love. This section I will be doing both ways. Once I get to the bog. Once I get to the bog, it's going to be once around. This will probably be 3 audio files. The first one will be from Harvest Lane to Blenkinsville. The second lane will be from Shadywood back around the bog to Shadywood again. That'll be about a 25-minute section. last bit will be this section again. I do have my Nikon point and shoot camera, but I'm just dreading water on the lens. That is the issue today. If I take the camera out too early, I will just have more pictures, more photographs with rain on the lens. The other slight difference today is that I have Samantha on 3-minute intervals now, just so that I can speak uninterrupted for a little longer before she butts in. It also averages out a little more of those freakish heart rate readings that you get from short interval monitoring. So I'll be listening out a little closer to the heart rate every 3 minutes because I'm going to be unsupervised, so to speak, for 3 minutes. At which time I have to gauge my pace. Plus a little bit of climbing for a while. There's a specific spot that I normally get to in 21 minutes, which is coming up quite soon. So far so good, 18 minutes of moving time, and I have chosen to hike this section slightly uphill as I go. I have my trail shoes on today because I probably will have to deal with some slippery conditions, especially on the bare rock. I can already tell that I'm ahead of my usual pace at this stage. Just coming up to what used to be my 21-minute spot. This will be my third recording. No. This will be my second recording session this week. That's if you don't count the videos, the vignettes. Just coming up on the 21-minute slot. Round about here. Oh, this is new. Another bit of tree lying across the trail there. So I'm now in bonus territory here. Minutes was hydration time. 21 minutes I'll be on the meadows. Up I go and out I come from under the canopy. So I'm on shady wood now, listening to the honking geese. Just turning going onto Ralston Trail, and then I'll be doing the loop of the bog. My first audio file was 10 minutes long.
Study.
Hello. Coming your way. Thank you. Hello. Some people are out with umbrellas today. It's that kind of rain. As I go down the glorious Ralston Trail to the little bridge over the Ralston Creek. Under the canopy of people once again.
Heart rate 149. Workout average pace 7 minutes 53 seconds per kilometer.
I was trying to think of whether I needed music or not, but the jury is still out in that regard. Down some more. Decided to stay in bed this morning. It's not a fan of the rain. And I take a left towards the bridge again. There's a bit of more water in the creek, but it's not flowing yet. This is the 40-minute mark, I believe. Time for hydration? Yeah, 40 minutes. That's about right. If I was doing my bog challenge, I would be turning in 5 minutes, but not today. Today I'm going to do the full loop because I want 100 minutes basically for today's weekender. The rain still continues, but now that I'm out in the open, you can't hear it on the leaves. You can't hear it hitting the top of the canopy like before. I'm exposed now to more light as well. I've already had to wipe my lens clean twice today. I just guess we'll have to put up with some raindrops on the lens. No big deal. Hello. Hi. 3 women, 3 umbrellas. I have noticed today with a 3-minute
Distance 5.37 kilometers. Average heart rate 131. Workout average pace 7 minutes 49 seconds per kilometer.
with the 3-minute reminders. I don't get as many of those zone change notifications, which is probably just as well. especially on the day that I'm recording for you guys. You know what Samantha sounds like. I'm pretty sure that some of you are getting kind of tired of Samantha. She is my training partner after all. Yeah, every time I go out. Yesterday my son was tempted to learn how to ride the e-bike. He was supposed to go and visit a friend, and he had to walk 20 minutes to the bus stop, only to miss the bus. And then he waited another 20 minutes, no bus came, so he basically wasted an hour and was back home wanting a ride. So that's when I suggested to him that he should learn how to ride the e-bike, because as you know, I'm thinking of getting a new one, so there will be a spare vehicle. The only trouble is the last time he rode a bike he was probably 8 years old, so he's going to need to do some very basic training. And with 3 days of rain coming up, I don't think Norma and Zarin will get much training done. But it would be handy for him if he did have a way of commuting. So I'm coming up to the interpretive sign. Today I will take a photograph of it, because they have cleaned it up. It's no longer a dirty, weather-stained mess. I think they just washed it, to tell you the truth. Got it. Auto pause. There probably won't be too many ducks at the pond today either, because the municipality has decided to discourage people from feeding the ducks, partly because they were getting very fat, and partly because the numbers were increasing at such a state that the environment couldn't support them. They were eating too much of the natural vegetation because there was too many of them. So now that they've pretty much banned feeding the ducks, the numbers are back to a more sustainable level. I heard something behind me. Nope. Could have been my stomach rumbling, I guess. Not sure how that works. So, 9 minutes on file number 2. So this one I can take to 16 minutes and then do 10 minutes on the Mountain of Joy at the end. 3 files of a substantial length should be easier to find in the shuffle. Getting around to the halfway mark now. Halfway to the 50 minutes. But with multiples of 3, that's the one, that's what I have to remember. I'm going to get the 30 minute, which I got, 33, 39, 41, 44,
Steady.
47, 50. I'm not sure how that works, but still, as we know, I'm not a mathematician here. Funny, I haven't had any zone changes today.
Time 48 minutes. Distance 6.17 kilometers. Average heart rate 132. Workout average pace 7 minutes 46 seconds per kilometer.
Okay. So, 48. 2 more minutes will be the halfway. 51. That's the number that eluded me. Maybe another reminder. The 51 mark. So I'm already figuring out that I'm on pace. The halfway mark is around here. In terms of distance. And pretty soon in terms of time too. There's a certain fate factor on this run because I'm running from the top to the bottom and then back up to the top again, so basically downhill to the turnaround and then uphill back as I hear the sound of the highway. My heart rate's been in the 130s, which explains why I'm doing quite well today. In terms of time, this is the halfway point in terms of distance. 6.5 k. That's halfway time. So I'm bang on this. Normally you wouldn't hear that. You wouldn't hear that noise. But because of the rain, the tires are wet. So they make a lot more noise than when they're on dry pavement. As I stop to take a photograph of the bog sign. Nope, I see a drop. Still. That's better. Got it. And I'll take a photograph of the do not feed the duck sign as soon as I have my camera out. Okay, so back on Mount Douglas, hiking up a steep pitch here. Having done a successful loop of the bog and having recorded another 16-minute file. So now I have 10 more minutes to wrap up this little discussion. The rain has been intermittent most of the time today. I'm once again under the canopy, but the drip rate is
Time 1 hour 18 minutes. Distance 10.09 kilometers. Average heart rate 139. Workout average pace 7 minutes 43 seconds per kilometer.
The drip rate is much reduced. If it was windy,
Faster.
you'd still get wet because the canopy will be shaking its water off its leaves. But today, fortunately, it's not windy. I'm holding the recorder pointing forward again today. Not too much of an issue with wind noise as I approach a family with a dog. Hello, dog. Hi there. Hello, hi. Very friendly. The dog as well. That sounds like a frog to me. A frog croaking on the meadow. I got a phone call from Derek last night, so I might be running with him on Wednesday. I hope so. I missed the guy. Just approaching the meadows now for the second time. This is where my trace will double back on itself. There will be a relive version. There will be a trailer to this episode.
Time for hydration.
That's 1 hour 20 minutes, so 80 minutes. I think I wanted 92 to be precise. But I was thinking 100, probably getting 95. Who knows? Who really cares? Except me and my little Samantha lady as I come out onto the meadows. The rain has officially stopped. I'll be running again quite soon. It's 6.5 minutes to record.
Time 1 hour 21 minutes. Distance 10.30 kilometers. Average heart rate 134. Workout average pace 7 minutes 52 seconds per kilometer.
I think I worked it out that 8-minute pace would get me what I wanted, so 7:52 at the stage of hiking is okay. She's telling me to go faster up a hill. I'm telling her not yet. Soon, Samantha, soon. Right now. Now I have to dance around the rocks that are strewn across this boulder field. This is where I need my grippy shoes. I'm taking the high side today. That way, if I slip to the low side, I'll have more area to recover. That was a sideways slip with my right heel. So now, after about an hour and 20, fatigue is beginning to be a factor, but not too bad. I quite like these settings, especially for recording audio. Excuse me, a little less data, a little more nuance of sound. That's why I'm debating about the music. I don't really think I need to put on music. It's not because of laziness that I won't. I might have a little bit of an outro music. I know I have a 10-minute piece that I like using at the end of my shows. So I'm getting back to that place where I had the new blowdown. I'll take a picture, a photograph of the new blowdown. But you'll see in the photograph that the reason it blew down was because it was pretty much rotten to the core, and it didn't take a lot to break it off. That's enough photographs for today. And I have to take the dog walker's path, as Dan used to call it. Yeah, one day I'm going to end up recording with Dan again. He was my first recording partner. Originally it was unbeknownst to him because I was filming video almost exclusively and then taking audio, so he was familiar with me filming, but he wasn't so keen on me lifting the audio. We have a lot of friends in common, and you know how things go when you start yakking away. You might say something that might not be 100% kosher.
Average heart rate 126. Workout average pace 7 minutes 58 seconds per kilometer.
Ooh, 7:58. So getting close to my target. I'm still on the right side of it, but as I say, it'll be what it is when it's done. That would be a good subtitle for today. It'll be what it is when it's done. And to end that particular train of thought, the end statement could be, it was what it was when it was done. Hello. Family with dogs. Hi there. Hi. It was kind of crowded today. Not nearly as bad as it would have been yesterday. Hello. I know her as a runner. Norman knows her as a pickleball player. Hello. Hi, dog. Good dog. We are training hounds in our world to behave. Another hound. Hello. Hello, dog. It's another dog. And this is where I turn up. Yep, I go up again now. I like this route. It's very pleasing to me. So, another 30 seconds and I'm done with my show. So, a shout out to all my friends who are still recording live action. May they continue to do the same. And let's hope that we all have an injury-free season. Let's put it that way. I'm not sure how you guys are going to complain or how you're going to deal.
10.14 kilometers. Average heart rate 120. Workout average pace 7 minutes 56 seconds per kilometer.
How you're going to deal with the race season. I would strongly advise you not to race, but that's just me. If you want to race, go for it. But I certainly don't want to race anymore. I work hard enough already. So this is the Running Jackal signing off. Bye bye.